Hi, just a reminder, and by the way, we're really glad that you guys are here, and I'm glad you're interested in magic. And magic's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed performing magic all my life. And this next trick that I'm going to show you in just a moment. But before I show you the trick, I want to just remind you to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like buttons on the bottom. It's really, really important to me. And by the way, you can also friend me on Facebook. All you have to do is search Glenn Bishop Magician, and a lot of information about me will pop up. And hit a friend, send me a friend request. I always like to talk to people that are interested in magic. So anyway, this next routine is one of my favorites. It's not really a magic trick. It's a way that it's taken from an old way that people used to cheat at cards. And anyway, this is the first thing I ever came up with using the punch deal. And I'm going to take the aces, I'm going to place them in 4 separate spots of the deck. Now, a little bit of history about this, okay? My mentor of the punch deal was Jack Pyle. Okay, you'll notice the aces are getting lost, they get pushed in. They're totally lost in the deck, and the nice thing about this is that you can have a spectator shuffle the deck as much as they want. Okay? That is something you can do with this particular deal. Okay? Now, Jack Pyle was my mentor of the punch deal, and he showed me quite a lot of techniques with the punch. This technique is something that I came up with the punch, and we're going to use the haymaker shuffle, or the old-fashioned overhand shuffle, and we're going to mix those aces up into the deck of cards so that the aces are actually lost. Now, the real beauty about this particular thing is that you're shuffling the deck. You've given the audience permission to shuffle the deck also. Now, you take the deck of cards and you mix them up, and you'll notice the aces actually could be anywhere inside the deck of cards. And the interesting thing is that at that particular point you didn't have control. So now we're going to deal out 5 hands of poker, and we're going to do it like this: 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that, my friends, is the first way I ever did the punch deal. Now, I showed this to Jay Marshall. It totally blew Jay Marshall away. And Jay Marshall and Jack Pyle were extremely close friends, the same way that Jack Pyle and my father, Billy Bishop, were really close friends. So they were part of the group of magicians that my dad used to hang out with. So when I showed this originally to Jay Marshall, it just totally blew him away. And I hope you enjoyed it. This was the first thing I ever used the punch deal that I do that's different from Jack Pyle. This is the first thing I ever created with that technique. And I hope you enjoyed it. This is the advanced version of, and the next evolution in the punch deck that I used, and I told and taught this, I believe, on Punch Deck Pro, which was the DVD I put out. And you'll notice that I switched cards. I'm now using B-backs. I did the first part because I wanted to show that this particular deals can be done using bicycle cards or border cards. But B-backs are nice to use for gambling demonstrations. I'm going to take the 4 kings and I'm going to place them in 2 separate areas of the deck like so that they go into the deck of cards in different spots. Now, you can see that this is actually true, and this is one of the beauties of this particular routine, is that the kings are actually pushed in. They get lost inside the deck. Okay? And now you tell the audience that you're going to shuffle up the deck, and you're going to shuffle it and stack the 4 kings in a five-handed game of poker. And that would look like this. And we're using the old Riverboat Gambler Shuffle, which originally was called the Haymaker Shuffle. Or at least that was one of the original names of this particular shuffle. But this whole thing is a demonstration of how the Riverboat Gamblers on the Mississippi and the Missouri River, how they cheated at cards. And anyway, just that fast you've shuffled the deck and you just ran up a hand, which are the four kings, for a five-handed game of poker. And now I'm going to cut the deck, and what's nice about it is that you just do a regular cut, which looks like that, which is beautiful. And now you deal out 5 poker hands. And of course, you as the dealer should wind up with the 4 kings. Now that is very, very cool. Now the second part, which is just as beautiful, is that you put the hands back on top of the deck. Now you tell the audience that there are more advanced ways of running up a poker hand. Like, for example, some people like to do their moves nowadays on the table. And basically, what you do is you shuffle up the cards. And now you deal out 5 hands of poker. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you tell the audience that, well, you're not a gambler, you're a magician. And whenever you're a magician, whenever you cheat, you like to cheat by magic. And that is the evolution of the punch deal, and I hope you enjoyed it.